Mr. Babcock. Today I'm going to talk about week 3 science lessons. And technically, you won't have to start these lessons until April 14th. Monday is actually a holiday for us. So it's kind of Easter weekend. And then, so this would be the 14th, which is a Tuesday. All right, so this lesson is all about how do we use electricity. We talked a lot about electricity and then how do we use it. And the first thing I want you to do is kind of think about 5 ways that you use for electricity. So pause the video for a minute and see if you can name 5 ways that you use electricity. Okay, and I put some examples up here. I put the computer, a clock, a microwave, and a video game system. So all important ways to use electricity. And there's many, many more, of course. All right, so the vocabulary for this week is electric motor, magnet, electromagnet, and generator. So a fan would incorporate an electric motor. Of course, this is a magnet, this is an electromagnet, and this is a generator. We'll talk about those 4 things as we go. All right, so electric motor, a machine that changes electrical energy into the energy of motion. So anything that you would plug in and it moves, or use a battery on and it moves, would be an electric motor, such as a fan, a mixer, and a drill. These 2 you would plug in, this one uses the battery, but it's still electricity. So I'm going to show you a video of a homemade electric motor that I made, and that'll be on the next slide. Okay, here we go. All right, boys and girls, this is my example of a homemade motor. It consists of power source, the wires, the switch, and it has a magnet on the bottom here, and a coil of wire. And when I turn on the electricity, the electricity flows through the circuit, up through the coil wire, and back to the battery. So when the electricity is flowing through the coil wire, it interacts with the magnet, which makes it spin, which is how all electric motors work. And that's your electric motor. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is magnets. Remember, an object that attracts iron and a few other metals is a magnet. So all magnets have a north pole, a south pole, and they also give off what's called a magnetic field, which is the area around a magnet that is influenced, that can influence things magnetically. Yeah, I have another short video to show you about magnets. All right, for this next segment, we're going to talk about magnets. We know that magnets is an object that attracts iron and a few other metals. For example, if I take just a metal spoon, and here, let me put this down a bit. Take a metal spoon, it easily attracts it. However, aluminum actually is not attracted to a magnet. So iron and just a few other metals, like cobalt, for example. Also, magnets have a north and south pole. For example, the top of this would be north, the bottom would be south. And we know that like poles repel, meaning if I have north and north, they will repel, and opposite poles attract. Like that. And then, like I said, opposite poles or like poles repel. It's called repulsion. All right, that's my short video on magnets. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is an electromagnet, a device in which electrical current provides magnetism. I'm going to show you a short video that I found on YouTube that shows how useful an electric magnet can be. electromagnet and how a scrap yard uses it to transport metal objects from one spot to another. Very useful. In the next slide, I'm going to demonstrate an electromagnet. All right, for my next video, I'm going to demonstrate an electromagnet. What makes an electromagnet useful is it can be turned on and off. So this is my electromagnet. I have a power source. I have the wires, and I have a switch, which makes it nice. You can turn it on and off. And I have a coiled wire wrapped around an iron rod, basically. And that's what, when I turn it on, the electricity will wrap around, will coil around the iron rod to make a magnetic field, which creates a magnet. All right, so let's try this. This is off, no magnetic properties. I'm going to switch it on. You can see it picks it up. Turn it off. Some of them will fall off, but probably not all. Yeah, because a little residual. There we go. All right, so that is an electromagnet. All right, the next slide is all about generators. A generator is a device that converts a mechanical energy, motion, to electrical energy. Some examples of that would be some of you at home may have a generator. In case your power goes out, you can plug things, start that up, and the gas engine creates mechanical energy and converts it into electrical energy, which is the same thing that happens at a hydroelectric power plant. The water goes through this valve pipe and hits a generator and turns a generator, which creates electricity. And of course, we've talked about solar windmill, or not solar, but windmills before as well. They also generate electricity. So that are many ways to generate electricity. All right, just a quick review of week 3 assignments. Number 1 is to watch the YouTube video, which if you've gotten this far, you are done with that. Number 2, you can complete Unit 8, Lesson 5 digital lesson. Of course, that'll be assigned on Science Fusion Think Central. You also need to complete the notes on that. Or you can complete the student edition, which is read the pages that's in the packet, or I'll assign it on Think Central as well, and then complete the guided notes. Now you can use either paper, or I will actually have a Google slide version as well. You open that up, and you can simply type your answers into the different text boxes. All right, number 3, complete Unit 8, Lesson 5 quiz. Again, there are 3 options you can actually get that done with, and you only need to do one, and that would be the paper version. You can go to Think Central itself, and it's been assigned to you on Think Central, and you can just do it there. Or you can use the Google slide assigned on Google Classroom. All right, hopefully that is clear and it's not too bad, and you have a great week. Take care.